Will the surging unemployment crush the housing market? And is there a recovery in sight? That's what we're talking about today, so stick around. Welcome to my YouTube page, where you will learn everything about the North Shore and real estate. Be sure to subscribe by clicking the bell below. So it's logical to think that there's a direct correlation between home sales and unemployment. For example, if you think about the unemployment rate going up, you think about home sales going down. And when you think about the unemployment rate going down, you think about home sales going up. That feels logical, right? However, as I've stated in prior videos, like the one above, housing crash predictions, take a look at it. By looking at the past, it gives us a very good understanding what we can expect in the future. Take a look at this chart. It reviews the last 30 years. It doesn't show that there's a direct correlation between home sales and job loss on an annual basis. The blue bar represents home sales, while the yellow line is the unemployment rate. As you can see, when you take a look at this graph going all the way back to 1989, and what we see here is that there is no direct relationship between the unemployment rate and the number of houses sold. And here are three instances of that. First, in the early 1900s, the unemployment rate went up to 7.5%. Home sales continued to increase. In the early 2000s, the unemployment rate went up to 6%. And guess what? Home sales continued to increase somewhat dramatically. The third one is an anomaly. It's when the mortgage bankers, the folks that set the criteria for lending, they simply shut off lending by raising the bar to get a loan. The unemployment rate also at that time shot up to 9.6%, and home sales fell due to the lack of the ability to secure a mortgage. To better understand what kind of impact the current situation has on home sales, let's take a closer look. It's true. Our country has not seen this kind of job loss since the Great Depression. Let's back up a minute and take a look at the projected unemployment rates. JP Morgan is projecting the unemployment rate at 8.5%. The Congressional Budget Office thinks it's going to be at 12%. And as you can see, Goldman Sachs is projecting the height of the unemployment rate to be at 15%. And in the next year, 6 to 8%, then in 2022, down to 5%, and finally in 2023, 4%. Now let's just take the worst case scenario and use Goldman Sachs as our example. And we're going to compare this to the past, the Great Depression, as well as the Great Recession. Look at this chart. Do you see the difference? Between 1930 and 1935, these unemployment rates were consistently high. On average, 19% unemployment for 6 years. Then as we look at the Great Recession, unemployment is hovering at 8% for more than 6 years. Both of these times saw long-term unemployment. And you ask yourself, what's happening right now? Remember, our economy was shut down, turned off. Folks became unemployed because of this reason. When we look at the Goldman Sachs projections, we see a recovering economy. Many economists believe that this is going to be a V-shaped recovery. That's because the economy was put on hold. It's in pause stage right now. Here's what a V recovery looks like. Just think of it like somebody taking a ball and throwing it down to the ground just as hard as they can. It goes down and then it bounces right back up again. However, when you look closer to this chart, you'll see that there is actually some disagreement on how quickly our economy is going to return or how fast the ball is going to come back up. Only time will tell for sure, but I believe that home sales are going to lead that recovery up. Actually, that's what I've been reading. As of today, we have not reached the bottom. There will be more unemployment. But remember, it's projected that 85% of folks are going to continue to work in their current jobs. Let's take a look now at the breakdown of the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. As of April 3rd, These are the percentages of folks in each job category that have lost their jobs. 59.5% were part of the food service and drinking places, that is servers and bartenders. 4.1% were construction workers. 6.1% were healthcare office workers. That's your dentist office and your primary care physician's office. 2.7% is child care workers. Boy, won't people be happy to put their kids back in daycare. 7.1% is temporary help services. 6.6% retail trade stores. 4.1% accommodation industry, and 9.8% is other. This report's going to be updated on May 8th, and I'm just looking forward to sharing that information with you as well. Hi, I'm Kathleen with the Militello Team, a realtor with Barrett & Company. Thank you for watching my video, and if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and make a comment. Also, understand I don't have a crystal ball. I'm just reporting what I'm reading, and I hope that you find it helpful. Until the next time.